and impaired drivers behind the wheel. And officers tell us it's a huge problem. In this Driving Tampa Bay Forward report, ABC Action News reporter Mary O'Connell is taking a deeper look at the issue and the action law enforcement is demanding.
It's becoming all too familiar. Incidents involving drunk drivers and local law enforcement. Just last night, FHP reported an impaired driver collided with the back of a New Port Richey patrol car. The officer and other driver didn't have serious injuries.
I think it's always been a problem kind of sporadically. I don't know that we've ever seen, one after another after another.
A close call recently for a Clearwater police officer, too. After responding to a crash, a drunk driver hit the officer's patrol car. That officer wasn't near the car or hurt.
He would have been sitting in his car 90 seconds later without a seatbelt, probably, because when you're in and out of your car and you're sitting there doing your thing, you're not driving, you probably don't put your seatbelt on.
The law enforcement community is still dealing with the deaths of some of their own. Last week, TPD officer Jesse Madsen was killed after a crash involving a wrong-way driver. The chief telling ABC Action News initial findings show that driver was intoxicated at the time of the crash. Then in February, Pinellas County Deputy Michael Magley was killed while trying to stop a drunk driver.
We understand enforcement matters, but personal responsibility is where the rubber meets the road. It's where the key goes into the slot, and it's where you have to stop and say, I'm not going to do this.
Instead, call that Uber or have a designated driver so everyone can get home safely.
When you've got Lyft, Uber, taxis, friends, anything that can get you home besides you being behind the wheel, there's no excuse.
I reached out to Florida Highway Patrol for data on crashes involving law enforcement and impaired drivers so far this year. I'll sort through that data and bring you that information as soon as it's available. Mary O'Connell, ABC Action News.